Good evening, people of Wagunda. LocsNLoad firearm reviews here today. Alright, today's gun rant. You are the weapon. Alright. Again, so this is a question. If you guys did not check out the live interview I did with Santee TV.
We got LocsNLoad firearm and reviews. Clearly, he's dope.
What do you feel is the most important thing that you've taught people?
I want people to know that no matter what is made out there, they themselves is the weapon.
What keeps you motivated to train like you do?
Because I know no matter how hard I'll train, like I'll never really get to where I want to be at. It's like, you know.
And Johnny Snow, you can head over to Santee TV, check out that interview. It's a very good interview. I always like being on Santee's channel. It's good energy. It's always fun. But on there, I had mentioned, you know, that you, the person, is the most dangerous weapon out there, or most important weapon, right? It's not whether you have an AR or AK or a Glock or a SIG, right? 9mm versus 45, revolver versus striker fire, all those questions, right? At the end of the day, you are the most dangerous weapon on the battlefield, right? None of these weapons, none of these guns, knives, gear, comms, any of that stuff is effective unless you make it effective, right? If you are ineffective with that weapon, the weapon is going to be ineffective. If you're very effective with that weapon, then that weapon is just going to make you even more effective, right? And so that's why I try to stress to people is not to get so caught up and worried about who has the best or what gear, you know, is from this company or how much it costs versus this gear from that company. It's all about how do you employ that said weapon or said gear, right? if you are just a badass with an SKS, you're gonna be able to slay the battlefield versus anybody who has, like, you know, a Noveski AR-15 with all the, you know, 1-10s, you know, the mod lights, you know, all that shit on there, right? Because that guy with the SKS is a more effective weapon than just some guy with a whole bunch of shit, right? There's a difference between the two. And a lot of people kind of get that confused or mixed up, or just don't even really try to even go the other side of, you know, the guy who is the weapon, right? They just kind of see, if I look like I'm effective, then I must be effective, and not so much, right? You can easily get clapped by some dude in, you know, baggy jeans, you know, a wife beater and a chest rig, right? It's all about how you know, employ that stuff. So I always like to tell people, you know, don't just get an AR, right? Get an AR, learn how to shoot an AR, but also learn how to shoot an AK, learn how to shoot an M14, learn how to shoot an FAL, learn how to shoot as many weapon systems, learn how to shoot and operate as many weapon systems as possible. Knives, learn how to be good with a knife, not only for self-defense, but also for like bushcraft or some kind of utilitarian use. Land nav, you know, learn how to be able to go, whether you're in Florida or whether you're New York, California, Colorado, Arizona, know how to operate in that environment, where to find food, where to find water, how to navigate, the best times to move, how you should move, the best way to cover your tracks, the best way to look for tracks. You know, things like that, you know, is going to make that person much more effective than just a guy, you know, with the best shot groupings, right? Because it could really be the guy who's the best shooter, right? That's all he can do is just shoot, but he can't land nav good. He doesn't really know how to hunt or fish or, you know, procure some kind of food or water. He doesn't know anything about bushcraft. He doesn't know anything about communications or how to work in a small unit, things like that, how to build fortifications, how to, you know, deny the enemy access to a certain area, things like that. You know, if you don't know all that, then your effectiveness is very small, right? Yeah, sure, you can shoot good, but if we ain't out shooting and we ain't shot nobody in weeks, you know, what good are you? Right? And so I will gladly take a guy, you know, let's say, you know, man-sized target 100 yards, 30 rounds, he hits it 15 out of 30, right? Versus the other guy who'll go 25 for 30. right? I'll take the 15 over 30 guy if he knows the land nav, the communications, the small unit tactics, how to hunt, how to fish, how to procure food, how to deny the enemy access to a certain part of the area. That way you can funnel them in this way, and then you can set ambushes or set traps, you know, things like that. A guy who has like a resume, right? You know, it's always good to have like a resume of like your accomplishments, your skills, things you can do versus the other person, right? And so that's what I want people to be more focused on. You know, y'all went out, you bought guns, which, you know, congratulations. You know, if you're a new gun owner, you know, welcome to the community. But now that you've bought that firearm, or now that you've, you know, bought that plate carrier, that helmet or whatnot, or even if you haven't gotten that far, you know, now take the time to start thinking, where should I be at now? If your first step was to get a gun and you check that box, you got yourself a gun. All right, now after that, what is next? Training. I recommend training. Go out, seek training, learn how to operate that firearm, because you can sit at home and, you know, look up battle belts, concealed carry holsters, things like that on, you know, your off time, or you're on the toilet taking a shit. Right? You can look up that stuff, but, you know, make the effort to find an instructor in your local area, or, you know, if you can't find an instructor, you know, make time to go to the range and train yourself, because a lot of people do that. You know, just something to make yourself more effective, to always be getting better. You never get stagnant. There's never a point in anybody's life where you learned everything. You've learned too much, right? You should always be learning, always be getting better. And so that's how it should be when you look at yourself as a weapon system. How can I make this weapon system better than it was last year, last week, yesterday? So that's my little gun rant. So my 2 cents, right? 7 off my soapbox. Make yourself the most deadliest weapon out there, and don't worry about other stuff. Everything else either enhances your weapon set or decreases your weapon set or weapon skill, right? So either this rifle is gonna make me better or worse. This knife is gonna make me better or worse. This plate carrier is gonna make me better or worse. You know, this loadout I have, this bug out bag, is either gonna make me better or worse, right? So that's how you should be thinking. So again, thank you for watching another gun rant. Again, like, the channel's been flooded with gun rants. You know, once I get my back cleared up, we can start hitting the range again, and I can start like doing more drills. But, you know, you gotta take care of yourself first, right? Take care of the weapon. Maintain the weapon first so it works when you need it to, right? All right, so thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Stay dangerous. LocsNLoad out.